WWE, the world leader in entertainment, has electrified audiences around the globe for over 60 years.
Welcome to a global phenomenon!
Today, WWE superstars entertain 13 million members of the WWE Universe.
You know it!
From over 145 countries and in 30 different languages each week.
The champ is here!
But it wasn't always this way.
Hey everybody, this is Matt with GameZone.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at THQ's WWE 13, which returned last month with some much-needed attitude. First off, I want to note that I was raised during the Attitude Era of wrestling. To me, this was the golden age of wrestling, a type of experience that I feel no longer exists in today's wrestling world. Is it entertaining still? Yes, but it just doesn't have that same feel that wrestling used to have, at least to me, which has left me with a general lack of interest towards the WWE franchise from THQ. I've always played them and had fun playing them, but I never felt that emotional connection or bond to the characters in them, which is why I was really excited when WWE 13 was announced, especially the all-new Attitude Era mode. As most of you know, this new Attitude Era mode is the replacement for Road to the Show. In this mode, you play as 8 of the top WWE superstars during the Attitude Era, and if you don't know what that is the period in time where the World Wrestling Federation started having a radical shift in programming content in an effort to keep up with the WCW during the Monday Night Wars, which was a television ratings conflict between the WWF and WCW. The WWE turned towards a more edgier form of entertainment to appeal to a younger demographic. And this is the route that THQ has taken in sort of their single-player campaign type of gameplay. What it does is accurately retell the storylines of some of the most iconic wrestlers, many of whom I grew up watching on television, but it also lets you play as them. And throughout this single-player campaign mode, you'll play as several of these icons like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, and a few more. The mode's broken up into 6 chapter storylines that combine live footage from actual WWE Attitude Era moments with in-game cutscenes and text-based descriptions that kind of let you know what was happening around that time of the year. And it's really the presentation of the Attitude Era which makes WWE 13 a memorable experience. THQ's ability to accurately capture the essence, the emotion, and the theatrics of the Attitude Era is really, really a fun play, and it's great for newcomers because it kind of gives you a history lesson of the WWE, but it's also great for older fans like myself, which is really a fun trip down memory lane. So during the match, you'll be presented with a primary objective and have several secondary bonus objectives. The primary objective is almost always to win the match. However, if you opt to play the match as it originally aired back in the day, you'll want to complete some of these secondary objectives. These secondary objectives are usually a series of tasks that you'll have to complete during the match, such as knocking out the ref at a certain point and then hitting somebody with a chair while he's unconscious, or performing certain signature moves that more accurately tell what was happening during that match. In some cases, there will be hidden objectives that are revealed after a certain point in the match. It's important to keep in mind that you don't actually have to complete these secondary objectives to move on in the story, but if you do complete them, you'll be rewarded with tons of unlockable content, and there's plenty of that in the game. There's additional wrestlers, new venues, alternate costumes, and it's a nice way to really get people to want to replay the matches if they don't complete the secondary objectives. While the Attitude Era mode is the main attraction of WWE 13, not everything is as polished as this mode. Gameplay, while fun and in-depth, is actually marred by glitches and collision detection issues. The character models and animation at times seem sluggish and rigid, and character animation issues coupled with collision detection issues and a strange few AI decisions can take away from an otherwise stellar wrestling experience. Outside of the Attitude Era mode, WWE 13 still has all the bells and whistles you'd come to expect with a wrestling game. It has tons of matches, plus an in-depth customization system that lets you do everything from create a new superstar to adjust rosters and tag teams. The Universe mode basically lets you play Wrestling God, and you can change any of the existing programming scheduled to your liking. You can set matches, set events, basically do whatever it is you want to do, and you play Wrestling GM. And customization of matches and programming isn't just limited to your console or offline play. Now when you go online, you can share your custom creations. You can create everything from an in-game cutscene to an actual match and have players from around the world experience it. This is great in terms of replay value, because if you do play the Attitude Era mode and you're done with that, you can go online and experience other people's newly created stories and see what type of story they want to share and what type of matches they want to do. So it's really, really a lot of gameplay packed into this, as long as the community continues to generate content. WWE 13 isn't a perfect game, but it certainly offers a complete package for wrestling fans. For older fans like myself, you'll find great pleasure in the Attitude Era mode, and even younger fans of today's generation will still enjoy going back and reliving those experiences if they didn't see them when they first aired. It's really a good history lesson for those who want to learn more about the history of the WWE. Not all of THQ's experimentations work as probably envisioned, but it is nice to see them attempt to improve upon the overall presentation. While there are still improvements to be made, it's clear that THQ is on the right track when it comes to creating the perfect wrestling experiences.